Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done an update, so I thought I'd do one, since now is a good time of all the Blu-rays and DVDs that I've accumulated in the past few months. So I'll start off with Mosquito. This one looks pretty crazy. I haven't watched it yet, as you can tell, but yeah, it's a killer mosquito movie from what I can tell, and from the makers of The Blob, Prince of Darkness, and They Live. That sounds exciting, right? And 101 Films had a sale, so I bought Nightmares. I remember this being a pretty good anthology. I remember the song Rise Above, and I remember the arcade bit, and I remember the giant rat most about this movie. But I'm sure there's other things that, once I watch it again, other things will come back. But, you know, this is one that is worth checking out if you haven't seen it. I think you can probably still get it from 101 Films if you're interested. Yeah, I got it on sale because it was a good deal, and I think I only have Ghoulies from them, so I don't have too many of their releases, but they're a good company. I would say they're somewhat underrated, because I don't really hear people talking much about them, so, yeah. I don't know if I showed this off last time, but I bought The Lighthouse, which I thoroughly enjoyed this. Great performances by Defoe and Pattinson, and if you haven't seen this, you really need to check it out. Get the Blu-ray. You probably find it a digital version if you want to watch that first and decide if you want to buy it. That's fine too, but I recommend it. So actually, I went through. There were 2 Kino sales in the past couple months. So the first 2 are from there. Going out of print sale, I got At the Earth's Core, which I remember this being fun. Peter Cushing, and there's these dinosaur-like creatures, as you can see there. I remember being kind of cheesy too, just the creatures. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, Caroline Munro's in this. Interesting. This one I've been wanting for a while, so I figured I should probably get it. Yeah. I think that's all I have to say about that, pretty much. Yeah, it's fun. Check it out. I think what else, because I was holding this one, that's why I got kind of thrown off. But Face to Face, which I have Run Man Run, but I don't have the Big Gun Down yet. But I figured I would get this since it's going out of print. I was thinking about getting this one anyway, and once I have all 3 of the movies, I'm slowly but surely collecting them. Right, I'll watch them in the proper viewing order. But I always enjoy a good spaghetti western, and I'm sure this will be no exception. I just keep talking about my arrow and indicator stuff. Oh, I'll talk about the rest of the Kino stuff first. I was teasing you there, wasn't I? I got Bitter Moon. These next couple were from their end of winter sale. That was, February, I'm going to say. Bitter Moon, I've been thinking about this movie. It interested me, so, Roman Polanski. It stars Peter Coyote, so I haven't seen him in many movies, but I figured I'd give this a shot. Evangelist, also did the score. You probably know from Blade Runner if you've seen that. If you haven't, I don't know what to tell you, but anyway, I got Crooklyn. I've gotten a little bit more into Spike Lee in the past couple months, so I figured I did want to see this one. I had it on the DVR, but it was standard def, so I figured I had to get the Blu-ray, and it was a good price. So yeah, I look forward to checking this one out. I got some Bava, The Evil Eye, which also includes A Girl Who Knew Too Much. So I'm gonna probably watch that version. John Saxon is in this. I think this is the first giallo, if not, one of the very first at least. So, I'm sure I'll enjoy this. I've been getting in more into foreign stuff lately, because that's Italian. This is French. Jean Rollin, Fascination. I've seen The Iron Rose, and I figured, I owe it to myself to check out more of his movies. I don't know if I'll like all of them, but I've heard good things about this one, so I want to try this one out. I like that cover there, and the lady with the scythe. I don't know what her deal is, but I guess I'll find out. So, more Baba. Hatchet for the honeymoon. Yeah, this was pretty good, I thought. Different kind of giallo where this guy, they already tell you who the killer is in the beginning, so it's not about figuring out the mystery or finding out the mystery per se. It's more about this person, he's the killer, and what he kind of deals with psychologically. And I like that aspect of it. But yeah, this one is worth the look. I mean, it's a later giallo from Baba, but it's still worth looking at. I would say check it out if you're interested. It's not as surreal as his early stuff, like Blood and Black Lace. Well, maybe surreal isn't the right word, but it doesn't rely on color as much. I mean, it does, but it's not to that extent. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm all over the place with this, but yeah, check this out, especially if it interests you. I liked it. So this one I watched recently, I the Jury. This one interested me because I had watched the Larry Cohen documentary, and he wrote the script for this movie. Originally, he was supposed to direct it. He got replaced, but I thought it was pretty good. I liked the lead character here, Mike Hammer. I think the only other movie I've seen with him, with a character, would be Kiss Me Deadly. But I did like, what's the guy's name? Armand Asante. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but he was great in the lead role. Yeah, and it involved, he's trying to solve the mystery because he ends up at a sex clinic where it's actually kind of a cover-up for what's really going on, for the corruption of the government and the corruption of, I forget the villain's name, but there's these guys who are the villains, and the sex clinic is covering up their activities, and they're, I guess you could say, they're being in cahoots with the government, would be a way to phrase that. But yeah, if you like mystery, there's crime, there's drama, there's some action, some good chases in this too, and check it out. Vinegar Syndrome. I had a coupon from the Black Friday sale, which they have another sale coming up this month. That's crazy. Time flies, sure does. But anyway, P.D. Wheatstraw. This was fun. Rudy Ray Moore, and the premise is basically he's playing a titular character, and he makes a deal with the devil, and the devil wants him to marry his daughter, who's like the ugliest girl ever. And he doesn't want to. He doesn't cooperate with the devil, and so he has this cane that has these powers, and he can use the powers to cause destruction and to do what he needs to do to kind of avoid having to encounter the devil. But they do have some good. I like their interactions. I like the interactions between them, and I like the music, and yeah, there's some good comedy in this too. As is always the case with Rudy Ray Moore. So yeah. Zombie Nightmare. I bought this on eBay. I don't think you can buy this directly from Ronanflix. I don't know if you can buy it directly from Code Red anymore, or Ronanflix. I think there's also Dark Force. I think they also put out Code Red stuff. I haven't really looked into them, but anyway, I bought this off eBay. This is for the podcast John and I did last week for Attack of the B-Movies podcast. So it should be up in the next few days. And if you're interested in checking out, this is a review we did for, and it'll be up on Spotify. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Castbox, pretty much any podcast service you can imagine. So if you're interested, give it a listen. We had fun doing this review. So yeah, I'll get into the arrow and indicator stuff now. Oh, this is a bit heavy, probably tell. be on the door. I know other people have talked about this release. I bought it from Grindhouse Video because, well, for one thing, I wanted to support small businesses during this time, and another was that I found out that there was one or two places that had this release for, a reasonable price. So I ended up getting back ordered, but I still ended up getting it. I don't think they have this copy anymore, and this one, like I said, I wanted to get it before it went out of print, which I think it pretty much has, and I didn't want to pay, $60 for this, so I had a reasonable deal on this. And there's a booklet. I'm not going to open this right now, but yeah. It's over here, and this stuff's going to be kind of all over the place, but it's fine. For my birthday, I got a Blood Hunger box set. Where's the Leroy? So we have Whirlpool, The Coming of Sin, and Vampires. Look forward to checking these out. I've heard, good, for the most part, good things about these movies. And I do like my Spanish, European kind of stuff. I've used, as you can see, with the Italian, right? And French, the French movies I talked about. So, yeah, this should be interesting, to say the least. I've heard of Vampires, the other two, because I think Blue Underground released that. Let's see, only one of the movies of his I think that they had released. So, that one seems like it's gotten the most attention, whereas Whirlpool and Coming of Sin, I mean, I'm not 100% sure on those, but it seems like Vampires has gotten much more attention than those two, but I'm glad to have them all nonetheless, so, yeah. From Indicator, I got two things to talk about. One is a movie, well, Scum, because they also had a sale, say about a month ago. I had been wanting this one for a while. It's a similar kind of packaging to what Arrow does. In fact, I think these thicknesses, okay, so, I know this is kind of, okay. I'm just comparing the thicknesses, so it looks like Scum's a little bit thicker. You can tell, but yeah, high quality, or maybe it's just how I'm holding it. Hold it this way. Yeah, so it looks like it's a little thicker, but yeah, similar packaging to Arrow, which I like that. I don't really care about the number 5,855 of 8,000. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy to have it. But I'll be watching this one soon. And I did get a bag because when I go places, especially when I buy comics, I do want a bag. And speaking of which, there are comics in here. One is a comic, and the other one is actually a book. But let's take a look at this bag. Well, let's see what I have in here if you're curious. Another chance to get it right. But yeah, like I said, supporting. If you're into comics, support your local comic shops, especially at this time, because they need it. Some have closed down, which is just really sad. And do what you can to support them. There's some illustrations in this. I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent about this, but this is basically a children's book for adults. And Andrew Vacus, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, it's an illumination of the realities of child abuse and juvenile violence, and a tribute to the power of imagination. And there are artists such as Jeff Darrow, Paul Chadwick, Frank Caruso, Dave Gibbons, and Tim Bradstreet, as well as all new material and a new cover by Jeff Darrow. I'd say the one I'm least familiar with would be Frank Caruso, but I look forward to giving this a read. I know it's not horror, but it interested me, especially that cover. Another one, but one that is horror, The Creeps. This is in my bag. I left them in there. Number 24. This is a horror anthology type of magazine that, if you're interested, check it out. You might be, I think you can order it directly from Warren Publishing. I think that's a publisher. Yeah, Warrant Publishing, actually, is the name of it. I'm pretty sure you can order directly from them, if you're interested, and have them shipped to you. So, yeah, you might be able to order from their, do they have a website? thecreepsmagazine.com. Okay, so you can subscribe through their website. Okay. So yeah, yeah, if you're into anthology, and that cover artwork is just wow. I look forward to checking this out. I typically enjoy this. I mean, the stories are hit or miss, but you know, I mean, there's not too many horror anthology comics out there, so yeah. Anyway, this is the bag that I bought when I bought Scum. It says indicator on it. You can say same on the other side, but yeah, it's good quality. It's what material is it? It doesn't really say, does it? 100% cotton. Okay. Yeah, it's good quality. Yeah. And it wasn't that expensive either, so yeah. I'm gonna move this stuff, and I got a couple more things I want to talk about. So, Ronin Flicks had a sale. I think that ended a couple days ago. So, but yeah, I had been eyeing these ones for a while. I got Bucktown, Blaxploitation. I'm trying to get in more of Fred Williamson's movies, so that's kind of why I bought this. It looked fun too. It looked kind of interesting. So yeah. I've been trying to get more into Paul Mashy too, trying to grow my collection. The Mummy's Revenge. I don't think I've seen any of his Mummy movies, so I don't know. I have the Scream Factory box set, the first volume, and I also have Inquisition. So I'm pretty sure that's all I have of his. But yeah, I'm sure I'll enjoy this. I got Panic. I don't know if I'm going to panic when I watch this, but it looks pretty crazy. I mean, look at that. Wow. And I got Robot Holocaust. When I watch an MST3K, actually, this would be a good one to do for the podcast. Yeah, MST. This is made famous by MST3K. I've seen that version, but I wanted this because, well, I like the cover artwork and that, and I'm just interested in watching the vanilla version. So yeah. And an upgrade for me, plus adding to my Sergio Martino collection, Slave of the Cannibal God, aka Mountain of the Cannibal God, aka probably some other titles that I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, I remember enjoying this one. It's an upgrade from my Blue Underground DVD. I don't know if I can show that. Oops, too late. Oh well. Yeah, this is worth checking out. I haven't seen too many cannibal movies. I don't know. But I like this one. Yeah. I'll probably check out more of them in the future. And the rest of these are DVDs, as you can see. We'll start with the foreign movie pack Alien Fear Collection, which has Absence of Light. It's apparently Michael Biehn and Tom Savini are in this movie, so that's interesting. Willow's Way, I don't know anything about it. Six Angels, which I have on DVD, but I've never got around to watching it. And Exterminator City, which is what I bought this for, because there are single copies of that movie around, but they're such a hefty price. And I had bought this on eBay originally, like a couple months back, but I think it got lost in the mail. And so this copy has that damage there. But you know what? I mean, for being, I guess, somewhat out of print, I didn't do too bad on this, even with that, you know. Umberto Lenzi, some more Italian, I'm pretty sure. Black Demons. Yeah. I've been interested in this one for a while. It's pretty crazy. I think this is an unofficial Demon sequel or something like that. But I think there's another Demons 3 that I've not that familiar with. It's like Demons 3 The Beast or something like that. It's kind of like with Troll 3, how there's technically 2 Troll 3s. I think, yeah, it's weird. But anyway, Umberto Lenzi. I haven't seen that many of his movies, so yeah. Some more foreign stuff, Japanese this time around. Blackmail Is My Life. I enjoyed this. Kenji Fukasaku. This is about string of small-time punk extortionists who grew up against Japanese corrupt establishment. Out from the slum, Shun, he is a young swinger who will do anything to keep his freewheeling lifestyle intact. His lucky streak of blackmailing unravels in violent fashion when he unwisely targets business allies of a powerful gang boss. So, kind of a Yakuza story. But yeah, I mean, not that expensive of a DVD. You know, if it sounds interesting to you, if you think you might like it, give it a shot. Not as strong as his Battles Without Honor and Humanity as those movies, but still pretty good. There's a dog barking outside. You can probably hear it, but I'm almost done with this anyway. Black Metal Veins. This is the uncut European edition. It's about heroin addicts, from what I've heard. I probably have to be in the right mood to watch this. So yeah. So I ordered this from Xeno Pictures, hence why it's the European edition. And it took me a little while to get here because the guy, he was in and out of the hospital. I kept checking him with him to ask when this would ship. And his wife eventually shipped it out, and I ended up getting it. But you know, worth the wait. And yeah. Like I said, I might feel pretty depressed after I watch this. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm kind of hesitant to watch this for that reason. But you know, I'll get around to it. This one I've known about for a while, from Yakuza, Takashi Miike Craziness. I'll be checking this out soon. Yeah. Here's the disc. I'll just show the disc too. I like it when I like the clear case on. Well, we're not gonna say much else about this, but yeah, clear case. I like that. It stands out. I mean, I don't know. I could go on and on about that, but I think you get the idea. Yeah, I guess this is like cyberpunk, but it sort of. And oh, Tom Mess is a commentary on this. Okay. So what it says here is, when a bumbling gangster is killed in the crossfire of a Yakuza execution, that's the best thing that ever happened to him. Rebuilt by a mad professor at Super Robo Yakuza with private parts to match, this Full Metal Killer was ready to find out who was responsible for his death and mete out bloody revenge. Yeah, so it's kind of like RoboCop, I guess. But hey, that's Miike for you, so yeah. I do want to check out more of his movies too. I watched Terraformers recently, so this will be the next one that I'll be diving into. A couple more left here. The Risen and Wicked Games. And I bought this for Wicked Games because I could have bought the single disc, but this was cheaper to buy both of them. Yeah, shot on video. I don't think The Risen is shot on video, but either way, I'm going to watch them both. And yeah, Wicked Games is a sequel to Truth or Dare Critical Madness, which I like that movie, so figured, you know what, I want to check this one out. I think there's like 5 Truth or Dare movies now, 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, it's like, wow. I don't know if I'm going to watch all of them, but yeah. That's the back. Yeah, just some screen caps there. Just Franco. Sadomania. Woman in prison film, from what I understand. I'll be watching this one soon. Looks pretty wild there. And I got 2 left. Alright. Turbulence 3 Heavy Metal. Rutger Hauer's in this movie. I don't think anybody would have ever guessed that. You know? Actually, it doesn't even list him up top. But he's in it. I remember, I've seen this before. It's been a while. So basically, Slade Craven is this rock superstar. There he is right there. And he has a concert planned on a 747 Jumbo jet as it flies from Los Angeles to Toronto. So there's a concert which I like the guy who plays him. He's I think he's an actual musician, so I don't know if he's actually listed here. John Mann, I think his name is. So yeah, he does a good job as, you know, as a character in the performance, in the musical performance is what I'm trying to say. And you know, I just think he kind of has that kind of not really a sense of humor, but there's a scene where he has to go through the metal detector, and he's wearing like this metal crotch piece, and the lady scans it, and she says like, I think it was like, "What's this?" or something, and then he goes, "You got to give the people what they want." Like he's like that, you know. Very. But yeah, this is an awesome cheesy movie. I haven't seen the first two, but I don't think they're. I think they're all separate storylines, anyways. Okay, and then lastly, getting into more Sonny Chiba. Welcome to the Grindhouse with Dragon Princess and Karate Warriors. I haven't watched Karate Warriors yet, but Dragon Princess was fun. This is in a rental case, as you can see, but hey, I don't mind as long as the movies play. Yeah, it's an old rental copy. I think did I just say that? Probably. Anyway, yeah. I might get more of these double features. I don't know, but it seems like these were. I remember when they were taking off when Grindhouse came out, and yeah. So I don't. I mean, doesn't mean people have lost interest in these movies. I mean, they're still available, right? The double features, but I don't know. I don't know if people really buy them anymore. You know, I guess Grindhouse revival, if you will, it kind of faded, right? But then again, people are still making exploitation films in their own way, right? Even if they do have that kind of a modern take on them. But yeah, you know, still, I'm glad I bought this. I look forward to checking out Karate Warriors. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hope you've enjoyed all I had to show off here. I think that's everything. I'm gonna say, yeah. I'm just looking at my shelf over there. Like, did I forget anything? I think hold on a minute. No, it's all good. I just wanted to check. That's everything. Yeah, but like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Alright, so it turns out I was wrong. I also got Astro Zombies from the Kino End of Winter sale. And this might be another one for the podcast. Thanks for watching.